Thrilled to have you with us as we keep an eye on the Falcon Open here on 2K Sports. Let's get right back out to the action on the course.
They didn't count it.
That's a high caliber shot. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Ooh, more red numbers appearing on the scorecard. Coming at
wow,
exactly
there's some
the right
holes.
time.
But when I quit, they know.
Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play.
2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4. That's a little untidy. Currently -5. Oh, that was picked cleanly. This one's got plenty of legs. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've got an old double breaker here. It's going to go left to begin with and then right.
Ooh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet. That's all right. Still time to make a couple of pars or even a birdie or 2 out there today. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And it's a 3-stroke advantage
This game
for our
is
leader
on
as
hole
we head to the next
shit.
hole.
All the
On the tee of
fucking
the
time.
17th, it's a par 5.
Boy, this has caught the downslope. This could get a few extra yards.
This is his second shot.
Green sits well below the player here, taking 1 less club.
This is bold. Going for it in 2.
And this shot from the bunker. Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
He's got this for his par.
He's currently in 1st place.
Fuck it up out of the
Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
Second shot here on the 18th hole. Here's a putt to finish his round with the clubhouse lead. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Honestly, guys, I stopped counting at 40 feet. This is way out. Yep, that works. Nicely done.
And now this to sign off on a 67. He sinks his final putt and with it grabs the clubhouse lead. That's good play. Here comes the rest of the field looking to finish up their round.
Moker, are you hungry?
That was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the
You
event.
hungry?
What a performance.
Yeah.
While they've been out on the golf course, I've been cooking.
Okay.
Here, smell
Get
this.
you some food.
We've got to eat up. It's some humble pie. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Lou Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Come on. Smoker. Come on, Moke. Come on. Are you hungry? You hungry? Oh, we won one?
Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Time for round one of the Renaissance Championship. Andrew Catalan here, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. Well, this is a big day for so many players in this field. We're going to bring all the coverage to you right here on 2K Sports. This is a 7-iron on the way. That's a great position to be in after that approach. He's got this left for birdie. Let's quickly check out the leaderboard. We got a two-way tie at the top between our featured player and Hideki Matsuyama.
Not that jackass again.
That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. From here, he's got to be thinking 2 putts. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
Gently does it. It's downhill, breaking off to the right-hand side here.
About 7 feet remain. That nearly went in for par. He taps that one in as we head to the next hole. No longer in the red, he falls to even par for the event.
Lovely, lovely rim.
That's a disappointing shot.
I'm surprised they didn't throw me in the pit.
This putt left for birdie. Okay, Henny, what can you tell us about this putt?
It's 13 feet out.
Really?
Unlucky for some.
A par putt tap in. And no change on the scorecard. He is still at even par. And now here's a look at the par 3 fourth. This one needs to hang on just a bit.
Come on.
It looks so good for so long.
Fucking break.
But now it's first cut.
This one is tracking right at the hole. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole.
And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. And as we move to the 5th, it's a par 4.
No. I went straight up.
That's an awful error.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
He's got this to pull ahead of Lydia Ko.
All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Pretty straight looking putt. If anything, it'll move a little to the left.
Now that came out with some heat on it. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
There it is.
It was nice to see that go in because it has been pretty darn ugly up to this point.
Let's see what happens here on the 6th. That'll work there. Yeah, nicely played. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Trailing by a few shots after that hole.
Time now for a par 5, the 7th.
When you try and hit it hard, sometimes you leave that face open and you leave your tee shot out to the right. Don't do it here. Miss that bunker. From there, you've got a second shot. You want to try and work a little bit from right to left in. Try and work it along the ground over there. Anything coming up in those bunkers on the left-hand side is going to leave a very dangerous and tough third shot.
Put the indicator on and it's taking a right turn.
Here's the third shot. 3 shots behind the lead. That one needs to hit a house. Big opportunity here. A putt for birdie. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
I don't know that you can give this enough break off the left-hand side. Whew.
I think we're lucky that one stopped where it did. This putt is from 16 feet away. That one sneaks in for par. After that hole, he's still at even. Okay, it's a par 3. The club choice is a 6-iron. That's unfortunate.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Too much power on that stroke. Henny, tell us about this putt.
Ooh, I'd say 31 feet here.
This starts on a really good line.
Okay,
That
I gotta
one
stop
drops.
with the fucking.
And after that, he is moving down the leaderboard. Over to hole number 9. It's a par 4.
Wide open tee shot here to that bunker out on the right-hand side. That's just for show. Second shot back up the hill just a little bit. I tell you what, second shot distance control is paramount.
Yeah, this one just swerving the green to the right-hand side.
Trying to get down to even par with this putt.
Starts off looking good.
He makes the putt
Holy
and putting some
shit.
extra pressure on his rival. As we move along and take a look at the leaderboard, Tiger Woods is at the top. And now teeing off on a par 4. Playing this one out of the sand.
Is it?
That's a missed green.
A bit too much club there.
Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. Man, that was a good shot. This putt for par. Wow, that hole could have been ugly, but a great job with the putter.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. This one's heading on a pretty nice line, I feel. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. He finds himself in a share of 4th. Welcome to the par 4 12th hole. Wonderfully played. Well, Rich, you're one of the rare people to have ever beaten Tiger Woods in his prime. In fact, I think he held all 4 major trophies when you beat him there at Hazleton in 2002. But you got 1 up against him, but he got 100 up against everyone. Well, what was it like playing against the legendary Tiger Woods?
It's almost hard to describe, Luke, because, you know, he had this following that was unlike any other. And you knew when you were playing with him that of the 30,000 people that were following his group, 29,998 were rooting for him because your wife and her friend were following you.
And even sometimes they were probably cheering for him as well.
And they were kind of looking at you, watching him as well. I'll never forget playing with him in Chicago one year. We both made the cut on the number. I was ecstatic. He would not so much. And we get to the tee, and it must have been 8:30-ish in the morning. I mean, it was still fairly early doors. And I walk up to the first tee, and I knew what it was going to be like. But the stands behind the tee box were packed. Both sides of the fairway were jam-packed. And I just walked up, and there's probably, I don't know, I'm going to say 500 people in the stands behind the first tee. And I walk up, and really loudly I go, "Hey, glad you're all out to come watch me play golf today." And they all laughed. I mean, they all laughed in unison because, like they're looking through their thing. Like, who is this guy again?
Oh, that was mashed. Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
It's not.
Even for the day. This would be a great up and down. Ooh, that almost went down. And a par putt awaits him. So close.
I think that's bullshit.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
Teeing off here on the 15th.
Yeah, this one, it's veering off a little bit to the right.
Time now for the third. 5 shots off the lead. "11 feet to the cup."
This for par.
Looks good.
Ooh, gonna drop at least one here. Back-to-back bogeys, and our featured player is losing some momentum.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
16, a par 4.
You got to take it down the left-hand side, flirting with that bunker. Anything out to the right-hand side, you have a blind second shot. And from there, this is where it gets fun and interesting. A long, narrow green with water all the way down the right-hand side, a massive bunker on the left. Most players, the smart ones anyways,
So that's
are going to leave their
perfect.
second shots just on the front edge or just short of the green.
And now this putt for bogey. It's a star-studded leaderboard highlighted by Tiger Woods at the top. Let's go over to 17, the par 3.
Well, thankfully, since it's got length, they've given you a chance to run the golf ball on in case you can't fly it that far. If you missed it left and right, you're going to find some bunkers. But for those players just trying to find the front part of the green, run it up there, this is a really cool hole for them.
That was so close. This is a big one coming up to save par. As we move on to the next hole, there is greatness atop the leaderboard in the form of Tiger Woods. Out to the 18th tee.
Tee shot has to challenge the bunkers down the right and carry him, but not quite reach the bunker on the left-hand side. Find the fairway and just sit back and soak in the view. The second shot on this, going back into the Rocky Mountains, it just doesn't get any more majestic than this. What a finishing hole.
And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. That just missed. 3 feet remain. Okay, a good day out there, and it comes to an end. So the day is complete, and everyone is trying to chase down Tiger. We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
UK Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Final round coverage of the Renaissance Championship begins next. I'm Andrew Catalan, glad to have you back with us. 3 under par is the score to beat as our coverage gets underway here on 2K Sports. This player won their last event. Let's see if that momentum carries on.
Well, it's certainly in their favor, isn't it? Winning breeds winning. It wouldn't surprise me to see them win again this week.
Yeah, right-hand side of the green.
Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. Is this one going to go down? Let's see if the player can manage a par. That one drops.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
Let's go out to the par 4 second.
Yeah, a semi-blind tee shot, dogleg from right to left. You want to hit your tee shot about Yodi-Ho area. From there, the green surrounded by some deep bunkers. Great placement. Really cool look.
Wow, got absolutely all of that one. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin.
This one is headed towards the nasty stuff.
Looking to get up and down from here. Terrific hands on that shot. Let's see if he can save par. Well, this is a scary sight for the rest of the field as Tiger Woods is the leader. Let's check out the par 5 third.
Oh, it's got length, and more length to it, but thankfully it is very generous, very wide off the tee. Just pick whatever number you're comfortable with, your favorite number to hit your third shot with, to a green that sits just above the fairway and tilts in from left to right and a little bit from back to front. What a great opportunity to make a birdie for.
Coming out of the thick stuff. On the green, that's always mission number 1. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This putt's going to break to the right.
He gets that one to drop. As we move along and take a look at the leaderboard, Tiger Woods is at the top. We've made our way to a par 3. That's a textbook swing. Well, this putt is from way downtown. Eight feet remain. As we move on to the next hole, Tiger Woods is out in front.
Let's go to hole number 5. And it's a par 4. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle.
Luke, that's a stonking drive.
Well, Rich, I never went to university, but Tiger Woods has basically been my thesis. The young man's 18 days older than I am, and it has been an absolute privilege to witness his greatness. What are some things that stand out for you in the legendary Tiger Woods?
I just think it's, I mean, you just look at the history of what he's done, where he's won, the number of times. the, you know, doing the impossible and doing it right in front of your eyes, like a magician, kind of going, well, wait, how did that happen? No, that can't be. And yet, time and time again, I'll never forget, I think it was the second time I'd ever played with him. It was actually funny enough. I was playing with him because I beat him at the PGA Championship in '02. Well, we go to the Grand Slam of golf, and it's the second round. And he's beating Justin Leonard, Davis Love, and myself by like 100 shots after, you know, 24 holes or something like that. I mean, he was just running us over. And we get to this par 5, and it's right back in the teeth. And I just absolutely busted drive out there. He hits one about 30 by me. I have to lay up, obviously, and the pin is kind of back right, water all the way in the front and to the right of this green. And he pulls out driver, hits it off the deck to about 6 feet. And I just kind of sit there and look at my caddy, and I go, how come you didn't tell me to hit that shot? And he just starts laughing, because like, we don't have that shot there, Rich. And it's just like I couldn't believe what I saw. I mean, normally you think he's going to hit out to the left or lay it up or this and that. He just takes driver and just whips this sucker right into the heart of the green, about 6, 10 feet away, whatever it was. And I'm just like going, I mean, it was really hard getting the grass out of my teeth because my jaw was just scraping along for so far walking down that fairway. I mean, that's one small fragment of the many stories people can tell you about what it was like to witness him playing in person when he was at his best.
This is dicey, to say the least. He's going to want to take that one over. Down to Henny.
This one has nestled its way down into this thick rough. Not a great lie, Andrew.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. Oh, almost had it. He's got this one for par. Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
From here, at least, it looks like this one's going to go to the right as it heads up that hill.
Par is never a bad score. As we move on to the next hole, Tiger Woods is the leader. We have a par 3 on this one.
The tempo there was exquisite.
This one greenside in the rough. Oh, that looked good. Good distance remains on this long putt. Come on. 5 feet to the cup.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
Here's a look at the way things stand with Tiger Woods out in front. Teeing off here at the 9th.
Wide open tee shot here to that bunker out on the right-hand side. That's just for show. Second shot back up the hill just a little bit. I tell you what, second shot distance control is paramount.
About 220 left to the hole.
Has the wind coming right into his face.
5-iron on the way. That's a tough one to swallow.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
Still some work to do here. This putt starts on a good line. And now a tap in for bogey. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead.
All right, Jess.
Now to the par 4 10th.
These fucking winds are really
Well,
bad fucking
shot,
shit
bad
up.
break, whatever the case may be, that did not work out well. Oh, this one appears to miss the fairway. Setting up in the greenside rough. I just love watching those pitch shots around the green. Well played.
There's always a sense of excitement striding onto the tee of a par 3 hole.
I don't know if they've named any of these holes, but to me, this hole should be called Moose Antlers because every bunker out here looks like some moose antlers. What a cool feature of it. Just don't find them. You don't want to hit it in the moose antlers.
Here we have the second shot into the 11th.
Oh, this is tracking. It's tracking. Come on.
Second one almost in.
Work was all that was needed to finish up there. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent.
Luke, that's a swing only a mother could love.
Down to Henny.
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Those fairway bunkers, they can be tricky. Tougher shot in golf. That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. Here is his 4th. And that's well played. Safely onto the putting surface. That's a disappointing stroke. That's a push. And finishing this hole with a little tap in. The 13th is a par 3.
Such
Oh,
a
those are
unique
fucking
design.
sponsorships.
Some of the greatest par 3s on the planet are less than 150 yards. This is one of them. Not much here, but the runoff area is short and long. It could be maddening. What a design. What a hole. Make 2 here. Happy days.
What a shot. Almost went in the bucket. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one is breaking left to right.
And there it is. Now at 6 over for the event.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
On the tee now, the par 5, 14th.
Pretty good shot there.
$16 feet to the cup.
This is all that's left to pull ahead of Lydia Ko.
I thought I already fucking was ahead of her.
And this one to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently leading the event as we head to the next hole.
Time for the tee shot at 15. Time to get another ball out. Target practice with these approach shots, just like that. All right, Henny is with this group. Henny, what do you see?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
That one drops in for par. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. Let's check out the 16th. It's a par 4.
You got to take it down the left-hand side, flirting with that bunker. Anything out to the right-hand side, you have a blind second shot. And from there, this is where it gets fun and interesting. A long, narrow green with water all the way down the right-hand side, a massive bunker on the left. Most players, the smart ones anyways, are going to leave their second shots just on the front edge or just short of the green.
Look out left.
And that one won't find the green.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
A look at the lie in the green side rough. This putt starts off nicely. A tap in for bogey. A man who knows how to finish tournaments is leading the way, and that is Tiger Woods. We have a par 3 here.
Well, thankfully, since it's got length, they've given you a chance to run the golf ball on in case you can't fly it that far. If you missed it left and right, you're going to find some bunkers. But for those players just trying to find the front part of the green, run it up there, this is a really cool hole for them.
All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
There's a little complexity, and this one's going downhill, breaking to the right.
Right on line, but just misses. Let's see if the player can make this putt for par. That's a good putt right there. And now into the top 10 of the leaderboard. We've hit the 18th hole. It's a par 4.
Tee shot has to challenge the bunkers down the right and carry them, but not quite reach the bunker on the left-hand side. Find the fairway and just sit back and soak in the view. The second shot on this, going back into the Rocky Mountains, it just doesn't get any more majestic than this. What a finishing hole.
This shot from about 190 yards.
One extra club required to this elevated green.
This putt is from way out there.
From long range here, looking to get it close.
Oh. And a tap in left for par. And the day finishes with a tap in on 18. Well, Rich, we talked about the possibility of going back to back. It doesn't happen, but it was still a great fight.
That just goes to show you how hard it is to win on the PGA Tour.
Well, that's it for today. On behalf of Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire crew here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long. We'll see you next time.
Hello there, my name's John McCarthy. I'm here to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Can't wait for the golf. I can't stress that enough. I'm very excited about the golf today. And just half a round of golf today, playing the back nine. All right, let's crack into it. And he's ready to go. Let's see how this hole goes for him. See what you have on the second shot here on the 10th. Good job. Okay, he's getting ready to fire away with his second shot. Taking this one with the 8-iron. And this putt's around 11 feet out. This one starts off pretty straight and then should turn to the left. Oh my, wish I could have given you that one. And this putt right here will put him at 1 up. Okay, you're going to concede that putt. We'll lose this hole, but we're heading to the next hole now. Okay, teeing off now on the par 4 11th. Oh, this one's dropping fairway for sure. All right, let her fly. Let's see it. Ooh, just tattooed that thing. And he's got about, I'd say 145 to the pin. Going with the 9-iron. This was leaning to the right. Setting up around 130 yards. Someone's heading a bit right. Well, that's all right. We'll get on the green next time. Okay, and if he sinks this next putt, he will go 2 up. And I think this one's breaking to the left. Looks like he's put a good stroke on it. Still going. Oh, and he gets that to drop. And your opponent is 2 up on you after that one. Okay, here's the 12th hole, and it's a par 5. Okay, let's launch this next tee shot. What do you say? Tee shot's looking nice here. And he's trying to get out of this deep rough. Let's see how this goes. Five-iron on display for this one. And this shot is around 170 yards away.
Come on, dude. Oh, to fucking quit.
Nicely done. Okay, he needs this to save his par. Looks like a bit of a break in this one to the right. Ouch, right by the hole. And he's lining up this bogey putt. Okay, you've got this to win the hole. All right, your opponent's given us this putt. Yeah, they weren't going to win this hole anyway, so that makes sense. Okay, that was a good hole. Took your friend down a notch. I like it. And now we tee this one up on the 13th hole. Yips. Well, we missed the green, but that's all right. Life does go on. All right, let's see how he does. Here's their 7-iron. All right, here's our second shot on the 13th. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up. Looks like a right to left break. Ooh, looks like he's put it on a pretty good line. Nothing wrong with that putt. Here we go. Drop this and save that par. This one looks like it's breaking to the left. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, and it doesn't go. Oh, man. And if this next putt drops, you'll go 2 up. Okay, giving another putt to your opponent. Let's move on. Well, it's safe to say that things didn't go as planned on that one for you. Let's see what you can do on the next hole. All right, the par 4 14th is next. Okay, let's see what you got here. That was powerful. And this shot's about 120 yards away from the pin. Here's shot number 2 on hole number 14. And we have an upslope around the pin. We definitely don't want to leave this short. Well, it's heading in the right direction. Oh, yeah, that's going to do just nicely. All right, let's see if he can do this. He needs it to save par. I think we got a right to left break on this one. Oh, so close. We got this putt to win the hole. All right, let's head to the next hole now that your opponent has kindly given you that putt. And after that one, your opponent is one up. Here comes hole number 15. That isn't too good, is it? Okay, he appears to be ready to roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes.
Hey Google, turn my den lights on. Hey Google,
Looks like this one's in the
turn on my
fairway.
den lights.
Second shot here on the 15th. I think we're going left here. Don't know what that was. Just a little off on that approach. And this one is about 90 yards to the pin.
Hey!
Okay, here's our third shot.
Hey.
All right, we're 33 feet out. This one's going pretty hard left to right. Starting this one out pretty good. Ooh, still looking good. And the putt goes down. Fantastic work. Okay, if he sinks this, that will have the hole. I think it's breaking to the left. And he'll take that. That is for his par. And that hole will be halved. Okay, let's see what you can do here on the par 3 16th. The approach heading right. Alrighty, he's good to go on this one. Let's see how he does. Here is their 5-wood. Alrighty, second shot on the 16th. A little wayward on the approach. That's all right, though. And if he sinks this next putt, we're going dormy. This one looks like it'll break to the right. Okay, slightly surprising, but you know what? Give him that one. Maybe he'll give you something later on in the round. Let's head to the next. And now for the par 4, 17th. This is going to chase out a bit further down the fairway. Watch it go. All right, let's send this ball away. Ooh, look at this, catching the downslope. This could run out. Nicely struck. And this is our second shot here on the 17th.
Meow meow.
Ooh, he almost got that to go. Okay, you need this to win the hole. And this one starts off straight enough and then heads to the right, I think. The putt appears to be online. And it drops. Well done. Way to win that hole. You gotta like that. You're making up ground on your friend after that hole. And teeing it up now for the final hole. Those shots are gonna happen to you. And he's ready to tee off here. Let's see how this goes. This will be his second shot. All right, good luck with your second shot here on the 18th hole. This one might roll into the rough.
Fucking yanked it.
Okay, we've rolled into the second cut of rough here. All right, we'll take that. Got this left to save your par. And I'm kind of hoping for him now. If he sinks this, he wins the match.
fuck's sake, Smokey.
Okay, he's going to end his round here today with a par. And unfortunately, your friend has won this one, ending the match at 1 up. Get him next one. Well, I had a good time out there today. I am happy that you brought me along for the ride, and hopefully we'll see you real soon. Hello and welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. My name is John McCarthy, and I'm going to try to get you going as fast as I can so that you can enjoy yourself out there on the golf course. This first set of lessons is just going to talk about the basics of our new Evo swing system. Great work. All right, now repeat that same backswing, but this time really try to push the swing stick forward smoothly and hit that white sweet spot on the contact target window at the top of your swing meter. So great work on this lesson. Now we're going to talk about side hill lies. When your ball is above your feet as a right-handed golfer like it is here, you're going to need to aim a little bit to the right to compensate, as this type of lie will naturally cause your ball to launch to the left of where you're aiming. The opposite is also true. When the ball's below your feet, it's going to go naturally to the right. There we go. Looks like you know what you're doing here. All right, now in this lesson, we want to hit a draw to curl your shot into the target zone. Press and hold the shot shaping button to access shot shaping mode. Move the aim stick to the right, and this is going to turn your shot shape into the draw shape. When you do any shot shaping, you're going to see a change on your swing meter. Those sweet spots we talked about earlier, they're going to change position to show you how to use the swing stick for this new shot shape. All right, that'll do for this lesson. And for this next lesson, we're going to learn how to dial in your approach shots to help you get as close as you can to that pin before you start putting. In this situation, we have to deal with a headwind. The wind is blowing right at our face. That means we need to compensate by choosing a club that will allow us to cover more distance. Now use the club selection button to choose a new club that will give you more distance. Try to penetrate that wind and get that ball within the target area. And just one extra tip for your information: the higher you hit the ball, the more the wind will affect it. So keep that in mind when you're out on the course. That's how we do it. Now in this situation, the wind is blowing from left to right. We have a crosswind to deal with. This means we have to aim a little bit to the left to compensate. Once you've aimed your shot, you can use the wind to carry the approach shot back towards the pin and stick it close. See if you can get it into that target zone. Good effort. We're going to try this one again, though. Great work there. That was well done. Now we have to deal with the rough. This is where you do not want to be, but let's face it, we all end up here, so it's best to know how to deal with it. The deeper your ball sits in the rough, the less distance you're going to be able to get on the shots. Now let's choose a club that will compensate for that loss of distance here and knock this close into that target area. And look at you. That's what we want. Well done. Sometimes you're going to end up with a shot that is impacted by the trees. Luckily, we can use shot shaping to get around a lot of these situations. Let's use a fade to get around this tree. So aim to the left of the tree, hold down that true shot button, move your aim stick to the left to dial in a fade, and hit that ball around the tree and into that target area up there on the green. Well done. That is how the short game is the most important part of your game to practice. So this lesson's going to get you familiar with how to play shots on and around the green. Fantastic work on this lesson. The bump and run shot is meant to get that ball on the green and rolling as soon as possible. Really, you just want to bump this ball over the rough here and let the contours of the green do the rest. Now see if you can get this chip close. All right, you seem to know what you're doing here. To get this up and out of this greenside bunker, we will be using the splash shot. As with chipping, you need to pick the right spot on this green to land the ball so that you have enough room to roll out and get it close to the pin. Now dial this one in, see if you can get it in that target area on the green. Great stuff. That's what I'm looking for. Sometimes you want to get that ball high up in the air and land it softly without a lot of roll, and that is when you need the flop shot. This is great for avoiding any trouble that might be in front of you leading up to the hole, but it can be tricky to execute with precision. Now try to dial in a good landing spot and see if you can flop this close, get it in that target zone. And look at you, following directions like a putting. PGA Tour 2K25 has more depth than ever before, so this set of lessons will get you primed up to use that putter on and around the greens. When you have a downhill putt, you don't need to hit it as hard as you normally would, so it's important to dial in the right amount of power on this putt. Now, take the slope and the break into account and see if you can sink this next putt. Unfortunately, that's not going to work, so we're going to try again. Good job on that one. For uphill putts, you need to aim past the hole to give the putt enough juice to get there. Putts also tend to break a little bit less when you're hitting up. Well done. That's what I'm looking for. Sometimes when you're on the green, you're so far away, you just want to set yourself up for a nice, safe two-putt. We call these lag putts when you're just trying to get it up there close. Now, pretend the hole's like 4 or 5 feet wide and just try to get it in. Great work. That's what you want. Sometimes maybe you don't want to take a chance landing the ball on a tricky green, or maybe you just want to be part of the cool kids club and take the putter out when you're on the fairway. Doesn't matter. Both reasons are equally valid. Great work. That's what we want to see. And that will do it for the
Oh, sit. Come the fuck on, man. Don't you dare. You punk bitch. Brody. Yo. Radish. Radish. Radish.